Hello. So today I wanted to try to make some arm sleeves for football, basketball, sports. Okay. So what I did is I had already kind of started, and what I did was I took one of my son's sleeves and kind of traced it, outlined it, and that is what I'm gonna use as my template. So when I took his sleeve and I did this design, this is stretch material. I just had a piece so I can show y'all. This is stretch material. This is polyester stretch material. As you can see, it has a lot of stretch to it. So what I did is I could use this, but I wanted to just make it just a tad bit bigger because my son is small and this is going to a kid that is slight bigger than him. So I'm just going to make it probably like at least an inch bigger than the sleeve that I originally cut, due to I do need seam allowance. So with that said, I have this sleeve here, and I'm just gonna try to get my fabric as straight as possible as such. And if you can see, I left like maybe a finger, like an inch. I left like an inch off, and then I'm gonna go over an inch, so we'll have enough seam allowance, and I'm also come up. Okay, so I bought these shears from Joann's. They was on sale. I paid $10 instead of $20. Cool, for 2 pair. So we're just gonna start cutting. I do have a rotary cutter, but let's see which one works better, because I never really gonna go across, and I'm gonna do a straight cut across, and then I'm gonna come up the same way. And this cut don't have to be even, only because this is the part that is going to be sewed and in the inside, and then we'll straighten it from there. So I have that. I do want to make sure that one side is slanted and one side is a little bit wider. So this wider side will be the top side, the top of the arm, and then this smaller side will be the wrist. Okay, so I am going to start with the wrist part first, and I'm gonna keep that as the same as I already had it. Okay, so that's one, and then I have to make another one.
This is someone who was a victim himself in many ways, and I know there are those.
It's not perfect, but it's fine, because like I said, we're going to keep this straight, so let me go ahead and cut this as a straight line, even though it's not completely straight. Okay, y'all, so I do want these to look identical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to just kind of make them where they're slightly even, because like I said, I still have to cuff them and sew. What I do need is a cutting board, instead of trying to cut on this table. That'll help out a lot too, but we're going to use what we got so far. So those are the sleeves that I have, if y'all could see them. And as you can see, this is only one side. The only side I'm going to be sewing is I'm going to cuff the bottom part. I'm going to cuff this part, and I'm going to cuff this side and the top parts. So I will start with cuffing this first and then the top. But let's continue to make, like I said, I wanted to make 2 sets, which will be 4. I bought this fabric at Joann's. I believe I bought it for $7.99 a yard, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I lied. I bought this fabric at Michael's for like $7 and some change a yard. And I wanted to use polyester because we are going to supplement the design on here. So let me get the other 2 pieces cut and then I'll be back. Okay, so I have several sleeves that I have already cut. Let me make sure y'all can see. So these are the sleeve pieces that I already cut. I'm going to show y'all these first. These are the first ones that I cut. However, I kind of like this this layout a little better, only because, as you can see, it's real small at the bottom and then it's bigger at the top. So I'm going to go with the layout that looks more of that one. So what I'm going to do is, I already have all the sleeves that I want pre-cut. I'm going to go back over them and just cut them one more time to get them to look like this one. So I'll take that one, put it down, take this, line it up the way that I want it to be lined up. I don't want to have too many sewing points, so I did fold it in half, and I'll let y'all see once I get it lined up. So I don't want to have too many sewing points, so it is folded in half. So as y'all can see, I have a small amount that I need to take off from here. So I'm using the rotary cutter. I don't know if y'all can see it or not that well. You can use scissors. This cutter to me just cuts a little bit even. However, it doesn't matter because when I sew, I am going to fold it. And then I do have some that I can take off from the top. It's really not necessary because, like I said, once I start to sew, I will cut it. But I just wanted to come in and show y'all how I got this look. So basically, I'm just cutting it in an angle to give it that look that an arm would have. Okay, and then these are okay, but I just feel like they just a little wide to me, so that's why I'm kind of going back over them, because this is for a kid. I think he's either 10 or 11, so I don't want him to be too wide. You could take the measurements of a child's arm before you do this. It will be best, but because I don't have the measurements, I'm just gonna eyeball. Sorry, y'all, if my arm in the way. I'm trying to get my angle. Actually, what I'll do is I'll show y'all one with the scissors as well. So these we have done so far. Just gonna get the little dust out of them. Y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be a part 2 to this because I'm gonna show y'all how to design them as well. So just stay tuned or watch the next video. Okay, so as y'all can see, how it's going in the angle. That's it. It's not straight, but that's fine because it's just giving me a little seam allowance. So when I sew them. But that's it. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video.